This is Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 60 miles of beautiful sunny beaches, attractions, and more than 2,000 restaurants. With amazing culinary options, the beach has become a true foodie destination. I'm Mason Zeglen, and I'm passionate about great food, southern hospitality, and healthy competition. And I'm here to set up a chef swap challenge. Each week, we're gonna take two chefs and swap them into each other's kitchens. Our chefs will have no idea where they're going or what they'll cook. They can grab one ingredient from their own kitchen, but they only get 60 minutes to cook up a masterpiece. Myrtle Beach culinary experts Dylan Foster and Johanna Wilson-Jones will help me determine who takes home the Chef Swap knife. It's time for Chef Swap. This is Chef Swap at the beach. We're taking a ghostly jaunt to Conway, South Carolina, one of Myrtle Beach's 14 area communities. Every October, this charming town transforms into Halloween Town.
I'm Mason Zeglen, and this is Chef Swap at the beach.
Me and my brother Terry, we grew up, we're very close in age, we're only like 16 months apart. That picturesque childhood, you play in sports, you built tree houses, doing all the good old kid things. I mean, we eventually even worked in the same restaurant together for near a decade. Made a little power duo. Growing up, we had a lot of family meals. My dad worked swing shifts, so whenever he could cook, he would. I always remember he used to make pancakes and he would make little turtle shapes. So that was a big inspiration and probably why both of us got into cooking. I was really big into photography growing up as well. Getting into the art side of things, I think that was a big pull for me. I think that's kind of what led me to being a chef as a career. Having that little bit of art, fun in the presentation, fun in the flavors, it's like bringing art into a different dimension. Now you can bring in taste, texture, feel. That's one of the things that kind of inspires me to be a chef as well.
One big person who's inspired me was my uncle. He was a great chef, and unfortunately he passed away about 21 years ago. But every time I went to go visit him, he would always show me his different kitchens, everywhere he's working, let me get in there, get my hands dirty, learn from there. It just kind of grew as an adrenaline junkie and wanted to explore the aspects of food and how flavors layer. I started off as a dishwasher at a country club and worked there for 3 years. And those guys just kind of taught me the basics of how a normal restaurant life is. I met an amazing person who is my culinary mentor now. His name is Chef Mark Whitney. Started working with him in big box hotels, and we ended up traveling to New Orleans. New Orleans is the city that helped me really learn and grow and become a chef and find my soul for food. How you can take a simple ingredient, elaborate it in so many different ways, and get people to remember about their childhood memories. That's why I love cooking. If I can help create that memory, I've done my job.
I'm in Halloween Town to visit neighbors Wich and Crafty Rooster and scare their pants off with a chef swap. Chef Danny.
Chef Mason, how you doing?
Doing well.
Doing well.
You guys go all out in this town.
Yes, we do.
Chef Ben.
Hey!
How's it going?
Doing well, man.
This place is getting spooky.
Yes, sir, Halloween Town.
I think you know why I'm here.
I think so.
You ready for Chef Swap?
Absolutely.
In this envelope, I have where you're gonna cook, what you're gonna cook, and who you're gonna be swapping with.
All right.
But before I give you this, I'm gonna let you take one item from your kitchen.
One item.
What's that item gonna be?
Got to represent something that's a signature for our restaurant here. I'm gonna take some fresh oysters.
Fresh oysters.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna do capers.
Nice and versatile.
Exactly, a little salty brine. We can play around with textures.
Why don't you open that up?
Thank you.
Wich, right down the road, huh?
Yeah.
Our friendly neighbors, man. That's gonna be fun. With Chef Danny, too. I've met him a few times.
Oh, it's one of our neighbors here. So I'm going against the Crafty Rooster, Chef Ben.
A Southern-style sandwich with a side of mac and cheese. Right on. I think those capers are gonna come in handy here.
Game. Let's do this.
Yeah, you ready for this challenge?
Yes, Chef.
All right, in that case, this chef swap starts right now.
All right.
Double, double, boil and bubble. I have a feeling I better walk these two neighbors to each other's restaurants just to be safe. There's just something in the air in Halloween Town. So, now that we made our way through all that spookiness, our chefs are ready to meet their sous and check out their new cauldrons. Kitchens.
And they're decked out just like we are.
Yeah.
Bring on the Halloween. Sure.
Justin!
Hello. How y'all doing today?
How's it going?
How you doing?
Doing well. This is Chef Ben.
Hey, Chef Ben. I'm Justin. I'll be your sous chef today.
Ari!
Oh, what's up?
How's it going?
Good.
This is Chef Danny.
Nice to meet you.
This be your walk-in for today. We got your veggies right here. Meats back here.
Freezer, dry storage.
I walked in, vegetable, cheeses, beans, sausage, beer. Hey, there you go. That's good stuff.
I got your fryers right here. Char grill, flat top, saute area, prep area.
Some buttons, oven, fryer, anything you need, I'm here to help.
Likewise, thank you.
Chef, I know a chore like this can make your head spin.
Yes, it does.
Are you ready for this?
Absolutely.
You got your special ingredient?
Right here.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
In that case, 60 minutes on the clock, and let's go.
All right, let's get it.
These chefs might be neighbors, but they've never been in each other's kitchens before. They need to get their bearings, and fast.
We're trying to pinpoint where everything's at, and then we're gonna get going. Roughly 2 cups there.
Chef Ben, what's on the menu today?
Oh, one of my first kitchen experiences was working underneath a Cajun Creole chef, so my mind already immediately went there. So we got a little creative. We're gonna do like a burger style po' boy. We're gonna make a shrimp patty and
A nice little twist on it.
yes, sir.
What you gonna do today?
This is a Southern sandwich competition with a side of mac and cheese, so I'm gonna kind of play around with an homage to one of my favorite po' boy shops in New Orleans.
Chef, 10 minutes has passed. What do you have working
10
already?
minutes. All right, we got our pasta going. We're starting our roux to make our Creole style mac and cheese here.
Are you doing a blonde roux, brown roux?
We're gonna go blonde, really blonde. Maybe even burnt. Maybe we'll restart that because we're going too hot on this stove.
Too hot. Time is flying by. Our chefs have got to get cooking.
How long have you been at Hoppin' Wich?
We just opened up a year ago, so I've been at Hoppin' Wich for just about a year right now. Some of the dishes at Hoppin' Wich that I like, one in particular really showcases my roots and where I'm from. Originally from Cleveland, Ohio, so everybody calls me a Yankee around here, but I love bringing pierogies down here. And we really tweak it up and just add some fresh parsley and basil and roasted garlic with it. Instead of normal sour cream, we do our homemade queso with it. Another dish that we make around here at Hoppin' Wich is called our Italian Beauty. We bread our own eggplant, deep fry it, put a really nice pesto sauce on it, add some roasted peppers and tomatoes, and put it on a really nice fresh baguette. Our burger is just a nice, really clean grilled burger with white American cheese, and then we ramp it up with roasted jalapenos, some really nice crispy pork belly on it. We make our own homemade blueberry onion jam. So it kind of gives this really cool aspect of sweet, savory, and some earthy notes with some umami from the onions to help counterbalance the spiciness of the jalapenos.
Justin, I've said this about every kitchen I've ever worked in, but it is hot in here, buddy.
It's hot. You ain't in the hot kitchen. You ain't cooking.
We're just trying to get the lumps out of it. We want a nice, smooth, velvety mac and cheese. Crafty Rooster, you know, we're a pretty straightforward pub. And we also like to put a fun twist on a few things. One of the things that's been a staple on the menu is what we call crunch. It's a top secret ingredient. We grind up Captain Crunch and use that to bread and fry our chicken in. One that people rave over that's a little different is what we call the Beast Burger. It's a half-pound patty of elk, wild boar, venison, and Wagyu beef. One of our other signature dishes is our Rivertown mac and cheese. It's a chicken bacon ranch. Everybody loves the chicken bacon ranch around here, man.
So Ari, I'm gonna make some homemade pickles, and if you can slice those for me, that'd be awesome.
Got it?
Our chefs are getting down to work, but they're making some pretty labor-intensive dishes. I'm going in.
This is about where everything's gonna start coming together.
Chef, how you settling into the space?
Learning it, Ari's a great help, and it's a lot of fun right now.
I see you got oysters going already?
Yes, sir. We're gonna kind of do a surf and turf po' boy here. I made a quick homemade pickle with a little bit of cumin and some garlic in there, and that'll be on part of the dish as well.
Fantastic. Do you mind if I try your pickling, Brian?
Yeah, go right ahead. It's still a little warm.
I like that. Do you have a little bit of heat in there, too?
A little bit of hot sauce in there, just kind of balance it out because Tabasco is a big aspect of a lot of things with po' boys.
Yeah, man, it's punchy. I like it.
Thank you.
What are we doing?
What are you doing?
We're trying to figure it out as we go.
cooking down some mushrooms and onions, and then I'm gonna work on my cheese sauce as well.
You get this cheese in here, nice and melting. We want salt. A little trick I use when we make pound cakes. Just butter and flour the pan. Everything should be able to come right on out.
Our chefs are looking confident, maybe a little too confident. In the spirit of Halloween, let's send in Dylan and Johanna to add a few extra bats to the brew and see if these chefs can handle the unexpected.
Chef Ben, how are you doing?
Oh man, we're doing.
We only got 30 minutes left. Time is flying by.
It is flying by, I tell
But
you.
I'm getting hungry. I love a mac and cheese. I'm actually on a workout plan called Body by Mac and Cheese.
I think we're on the same workout plan.
All right.
Yes,
I
sir.
see your shrimp working. What are you making?
We're making a play on a po' boy, so we're doing like a po' boy burger.
So you got the mac working, the shrimp is working. I'll get out of your way.
You're fine.
You got the remoulade here. Chef, honestly, I think you're a little ahead of the game. I think I need to throw a little curveball in here, a little challenge for you. I'm a little thirsty. It is Halloween. So how about we throw you a spooky cocktail? Can you make us a spooky cocktail?
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
take the challenge. You got us a spooky cocktail?
We're here for the challenge. We'll make you
Yes.
a spooky cocktail.
Let's
It's
get into
gonna
the
be
mix of
real
things.
scary, too.
Real scary?
Super spooky.
I'm happy. I'm gonna taste your remoulade here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh. A nice tang in there.
Good mustard?
From the mustard, the capers are going in.
Yes, sir.
A good remoulade is so southern.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. I see you, chef, and you see me. That means you have 30 minutes left.
Yes, ma'am.
What are we making and what can I taste?
I have some homemade pickle brine that I made for some pickles I'm doing. I'm gonna do a homage to one of my favorite po' boy shops in New Orleans. I'm gonna do a surf and turf po' boy with some fresh fried oysters. Working on the mac and cheese right now, and then I'm gonna make an aioli really quick to kind of finish it up. I moved to New Orleans about 6-8 months after Katrina.
Okay.
And being part of that rebuilding process and seeing everybody and how 6, 7, 8, 9 generations were teaching you how to make different types of gumbo, etouffee, and all that other stuff.
I love it.
It really speaks to the aspect of soul and but the aspect of like blues and jazz,
Right,
you know, when
right.
somebody has really something to say, but they can't speak it, they say it through an
To
instrument.
their food.
And New
so
Orleans
it sounds
does
like
that
the
with
sandwich is gonna be distinctively you.
Yes.
So chef, I gotta tell you something.
Yes, ma'am.
Dylan called me up.
Okay.
He told me that he told the chef that he has to make him a spooky drink. So you have to make me a spooky drink too. Can you
Okay.
do that for me?
Absolutely.
Remember, your time is running out.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, cock-a-doodle-doo. I said goodbye to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
While folks are celebrating Halloween outside, inside, our chefs need to get moving on their southern sandwiches before that clock runs out.
We're about to make these shrimp patties over here. I think all we need to do, we made this beautiful remoulade sauce. I'm gonna use that to bind it together, I think. We're obviously gonna do our egg. It's weird working in your own kitchen because you don't know how things go. Just add all this over there. Give it a few bumpy bumps. Come on, work with me. This isn't the blender I have at home.
Mason, how are you doing?
You got a lot going on here.
Yes, sir.
You feeling the energy?
Absolutely. I got some mushrooms, onions, and building a little stock right there.
Yeah, I love how umami it is.
Yeah.
I mean, those mushrooms really come through. It's gonna pair really nice with that steak.
I think this will work. Usually I use red wine vinegar in this, but I think the apple cider vinegar might be a nice little touch.
Let's make some aioli here really fast. Pickle brine. My mushrooms and onions absorbed a little bit too much of the gravy I wanted to, so I'm reconstituting it.
And Justin, can I get another little touch of sugar from you since I burnt my last batch in your pot?
Her a cup of sugar.
My bad.
How's that cauliflower? Perfect. Thank you.
A little sour cream, a little hot sauce, a little spicy brown mustard. It's like a little faux creme fraiche.
Want to try one of these for me and see how they are? Let me know if I need to tone them down a little bit or you think the brightness is good.
Those are really good.
Look at that. That couldn't have came out better, I don't think. Beautiful crust on that.
And then if you can lightly bread these oysters.
Okay.
And then go ahead and fry them off for me, please.
Caper remoulade, nice and saucy. Everybody loves a saucy posse.
Tastes really good. And now I'm gonna add in the bacon. make it really creamy and get some other flavors in there.
The chefs look like they're gonna finish their cooks on time, but have they forgotten about their spooky cocktails?
I'm gonna grab those tomatoes you cut too, and I can reach the pickles.
Top this off with our secret ingredient, a little crispy fried caper. Tossed in a little bit of Cajun spices. I think I'm done. The cocktail.
All right, everything's done here. Off to make the cocktail.
Raspberry vodka, maybe? Perfect. Cranberry juice. I hope this works out. This is looking spooky, right? Blue carousel. Halloweeny. I think it just needs one more dry ice. Perfect. Let's make this spooky. Yeah. Oh yeah, those are spooky. We're gonna call that the purple people eater.
I'm gonna do a cranberry old fashioned, kind of play off with more of the flavor of the beef with the bourbon. The cranberry juice will play a nice complement towards the oysters and the aioli that I made. I got cranberry, I got bitters, I got bourbon in there, and I gotta get some dry ice in here next.
Whoa, those look cool.
Awesome. Hey, nice job. Thank you again.
Nice job. You did great.
Thanks.
What a spread. I mean, there is a lot going on here on the plate. I love a mac and cheese.
I like the pasta selection. It has a nice texture to it.
And he did a great job cooking it. It's not overcooked. Sometimes they can get mushy. And he did a great job of cooking them al dente before he baked it. I'm going in for the sandwich here. Whoa.
I really like all the flavors that are going on. I mean, the punchiness of that onion, the crunch that you're kind of getting, even in the remoulade sauce, it just kind of draws you back to the caper flavor that he garnished the mac and cheese with.
I threw him a spooky cocktail right in the middle of the game. He wasn't expecting it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Is alcohol in this? I hope so. Has a sweetness and a little slight bitterness at the end. I enjoy that.
It's so lively
Right.
and bubbly. It's great.
Right. So mac and cheese, make you say please, bring the strongest man to his knees. He did this wonderfully, okay? I love it. Let's do it.
I'm excited.
You know, this oyster has more crunchiness than the potato chips. I love the crispiness of the oyster. I'm digging that.
I like how the acidity punches through all the flavors on that po' boy and that little hint of Tabasco in there.
And what kind of sauce is on top?
He made a little pan gravy. It really developed a lot of flavor in a short period of time.
That's like a shout out to every Southern grandma to put that on there. That's a nice touch.
It's my favorite food group, mac and cheese.
Kind of that little hint of bacon tucked in sneakily, I feel is a very Southern thing to do.
I wish people snuck bacon into more parts of our lives.
How about this spooky cocktail?
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Ooh, he put a lot of look in that. Whoa. Okay, I like it though.
Are you a bourbon fan, Johanna?
I am now.
Even his cocktail is kind of paying homage to New Orleans.
He talked about his love for New Orleans, and I think that Chef Danny did a great job in incorporating those feelings into a dish. You can travel around the world, travel around the country just on your plate.
Chef!
Hey.
How you feeling? How do you think things went?
I think they went as good as they could have gone. Really happy with my sous chef. Justin did an amazing job.
Yeah, and this is all about community. It's all about meeting new people. You guys are 4 doors down.
Our little community is just growing and growing, so we're happy to have all these new people coming into downtown Conway. We scratch each other's backs, and we'll bring the community together, man. We're happy to do it.
You've done a great job here, and I'm super excited for this knife ceremony. How you feeling? What do you think?
Good. I think my flavors were good. I had a great sous chef to help me out with. It was a blast.
You and Ari just had really, really good energy, and I think that came through in your food a little bit today.
Yeah, Ari was a great sous chef to work with and kind of gave me some confidence with the food I made.
I really like how your plate came together. We're excited to see you at the knife ceremony.
Sounds good.
Things may have gotten a little scary today, but now it's time to find out who wins the Chef Swap knife. Chef Danny, Chef Ben, thank you for a very spooky good time. Our challenge was a Southern sandwich with a signature side of mac and cheese.
And a spooky cocktail.
Chef Danny, when your po' boy came out, I said, there's nothing poor about this boy. It was rich with flavor, with texture, those house-made pickles, oh boy. Each bite was delightful. The fried oysters on top of the sandwich, it's like popcorn, but for big kids.
Chef Ben, we loved your creative take on our challenge. That shrimp cake with that Creole remoulade and then the tang of those pickled onions really worked. And then you get to the pepper jack mac and cheese with crispy capers. I can definitely say that crispy capers on a mac and cheese is something I've never done before, but it's something I will definitely do in the future.
Both of your restaurants are exactly what this competition is all about.
It was a great opportunity to be able to cook in Crafty. No, they're a few doors down. Chef Ben's lucky enough to have Ari over there as a great sous chef. She was immense help to my dish and myself staying calm and be able to cook through the whole entire hour.
I'm sure we've spent plenty of time in both each other's restaurants, but being stepping in each other's kitchen was a lot of fun. Chef Justin, great tour guide. Really appreciated having his help in there.
Chef Danny, Chef Ben. The chef swap knife goes to Chef Danny. Thank you.
Congratulations.
It's a pleasure.
Chef.
Thank you.
Chef Danny's excellent balance of flavors and textures brought out his love for New Orleans in every bite. I'm Mason Zeglen. Join me next time as we put 2 more amazing Myrtle Beach chefs to the test on Chef Swap at the Beach. For more on the chefs and restaurants featured on today's episode, visit chefswap.com.